What's up, everyone? Welcome to the episode of, I don't know what to call this. I don't know what this is. This is some kind of a podcast, some kind of a something, right? And so we're just hanging out. This is something we want to start doing. I want to call this like Coffee Talk or Yellowhammer. I don't know. We'll call it something. But we've been getting equipment. There's a couple different podcast ideas we have. But I thought this would be a really fun opportunity to test this equipment. We've never used this before. So I said, Carson, come over because we have something we want to share with you. We wanted to test this. And so here we go. So we have some cool news to share with you. Carson, you've been with us for how long?
About a year and a half.
Okay, which is awesome because our turnover rate, like people quit like every day, you know, and so our
Can't
turnover rate is about a month or two, you know. So Carson's been with us for a while. Back in June, you went to Uganda, right? Mm-hmm. And we're going to get into that in a minute. So I want to tell what we're going to do, and then I want to dive into your story and kind of part of that. And so She went to Uganda, and we've done one of those barista posts, which is awesome. Know your barista. So if you guys don't know Carson, scroll back, you'll find it. You know, Carson's like the super photogenic one. So just click on it. You can read about her. And so so she did this trip, and it was amazing. I mean, it was really, really cool. And so as a small business owner, we get hit up a lot from a lot of people, you know, that just say, hey, can you support this? Can you support that? And I love it. Like, it's great. We love that we're so approachable. The problem is, as a small business owner, we just can't do everything. And we'd love to do everything, but we just can't. And so that's where we find ourselves struggling. We just can't. But Carson's been with us for a year and a half. She really has this on her heart. And as a business owner, I'm like, how can we help? What can we do? And so what we want to share with you guys is this Sunday, we're normally closed on Sundays. Mm-hmm. But I came to Carson and I said, look, I have an idea. If you want to take the trailer, get some volunteers to work for free, to come with you or work for free, or you pay them or whatever, you figure it out. We will give 100% of sales to you for this trip that you want to take in, when are you taking this thing?
December.
In December. So Carson wants to go back. She went to Uganda in June, and again, we'll talk about it. She's going back in December. And so this Sunday, September the 23rd, I knew it was something like that, from, is it 1?
1 to 6.
From 1 to 6. Carson and a team is going to open up the trailer at Bay City Church, which is right by MGM, and 100% not of profits, but of sales will go to Carson. And I want you to know what that means. So sometimes people say, hey, of profits. So you go spend $5 on a latte, the profit on it is whatever, and then she gets the profits, right? So that's not what we're going to do. We're going to invest in her as well. And so when you come and spend $5 on a frappe, Carson gets $5 for her trip. And so it's just, it's cool. It's something that we want to give. We want to give to you. And I just think it's such a unique cause. And I think it's such a unique thing. And so anyway, I wanted you guys to know that. I know you'll see it in our schedule. We've already posted our schedule on Sunday, so you'll see the write-up. So I wanted to just tell the video and explain a little bit of what we're doing. So anyway, so that's what we're doing. Tell us about your trip. Like, tell us about what happened. Tell us about what you experienced. And then tell us about that one guy, that one kid I want to adopt. Because I saw that one kid, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just need to adopt this kid. But tell us about it.
Yeah, so I think it was back in January. I met this lady at church. It was a worship night, and she just started talking to me about how she goes to Uganda all the time. And come to find out that I sponsor a little girl near the same area where she visits.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this.
So, yeah. So I was like, would you mind if I joined you? And she was like, absolutely. She thought I was joking. She didn't think I was actually going to come. And so, like,
because everyone's like, oh, I want to come. And they're like, oh, sure.
Yeah. And so, like, a month later, I handed her, like, a stack of cash and was like, okay, buy my plane ticket. Like, I'm really coming with you. She was like, how long do you want to stay? I was like, for as long as possible.
Like, forever, possibly?
Yeah, however long you're going to stay, longer if possible. And so she was like, well, we're staying for a month. So get on a plane, go over halfway across the world with this woman that I don't know.
Wow.
And she runs a small organization called Friends for Hope. And it's based out of Mobile, here in Mobile.
That's amazing.
And it basically gets kids sponsored for school. So
that's incredible.
I just worked getting to know the kids, making sure they were going to school, had school uniforms, school fees paid, and then on top of that, just built a relationship with them.
Wow.
And really fell in love with them. The little boy that you love so much, gosh. His name's Ronald. Oh my gosh, he's adorable.
We're going to put this video up. I'm going to get it from Carson.
Yeah.
So let's just pretend it's playing now. I'm sure it'll be playing in post right now. But this clip of this kid, like, it's just amazing to me. Like, the church is universal and like worship is universal. And that's just what struck me with this kid. And this kid does he have parents or like parents in his life?
Him and his sister live with their aunt, and their aunt is HIV positive.
Okay.
So her health isn't great. She was doing really well when I went to visit, but it's day to day
Sure. Yeah.
for her. Yeah.
So this kid, so he doesn't have a mom and a dad. So
No.
someone has sponsored him. Do you sponsor him?
No.
Okay. So someone has sponsored him to be in this program.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's really powerful and it's really neat. Another cool thing, because I know we have a lot of local, people that pay attention to Yellowhammer, and a lot of people in Mobile and even Lucedale. We have a pretty massive following in Lucedale, and this is really neat. Do you want to tell about Taylor?
Yeah. So
this is crazy to me.
I kind of knew who Taylor was. What's Taylor's last name?
Cupcake.
Cooley.
I'm just kidding.
Cooley. Taylor Cooley.
She makes cupcakes. Taylor.
She runs Taylor Made Bakery.
Yes,
yeah. So I kind of knew who she was. Met her at the trailer before. She's super cute. We talk when she comes up, whatever. So her husband comes up. He orders a 1 pump vanilla latte. I get talking to him. He's like, my wife goes to Uganda all the time. I didn't know that him and Taylor were married.
Oh, wow.
And so just all the pieces came together. Basically, they tell me about this little girl that they sponsor. I went to the children's home where their little girl is, and I got to play with her. I got to take pictures for them.
Wow.
Just check on her, make sure
amazing.
she's doing okay. And so I got to send it all to them, and it was awesome.
That's so cool. And technology's so neat, too, because Carson's over there in Uganda texting pictures to Taylor of the girl that they sponsor.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. I mean, it's so incredible. She also texted us, everyone back at Yellowhammer, and said, I'm never coming back. Please find my replacement. So I was crushed for a moment, and then I realized she had to come back at some point.
I had a plane ticket to come back. Yeah, I had to come back.
Anyway, but that was it. Anything else you want to share or say or tell kind of our community out there just about your trip? Because you'll be going back in December.
In December, yeah.
Is there a way to help you other than come buy a drink this Sunday?
Yeah, so I have a GoFundMe page.
Okay.
I guess we can put the link on there.
Yeah, we'll drop the link.
So you can give through that.
That's awesome.
And then just pray, too. There's some unrest going on in Uganda right now, so just pray for their elections coming up, a good president to run their country.
Good outcome.
Yeah. And just like riots and that kind of stuff. Like, there's consequences for every action. And so, these are real people. Yeah. It's easy to forget that.
Right. And that's what was so fascinating to me about your trip was you just saw, because you hear Uganda and like, I don't know. I just didn't, and then I saw your videos and I'm like, these are just people, you know, like they're just people.
And they're real people, and then they're my friends too, you know, and I know them personally and I love them. And so like just to hear them hurting or, and I want to go back and I want to visit them. I want to love on them. I want to hear about what's going on in their life and spend time with them and
that's awesome.
Do whatever I can to help.
That's awesome.
If I can help.
Yeah. Once you have before, and it'll be great. So anyway, so this Sunday you guys come out and support Carson from 1 to 6. Come get a cup of coffee. 100% of sales goes directly to her. We'll drop the link. It's going to be a really, really good time. And so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm so excited.
I think you're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. Hopefully we've showed you guys some pictures and videos throughout this thing. I think I can figure out how to edit. But that's it. So thanks for joining us on podcast number 1 of Coffee Talk, I guess is what we're calling it.
I think it's the name now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the name now.
So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time.